Get ready. We're preparing for our moment of inhalant. We'll do it right after the intro.
Inhalants.
Inhalants, whatever. I didn't make it up.
I'm not sucking up bug spray.
All right. Tonight on the Red Eye Report, boys and girls, we're sitting down by the fire for the adventures with Uncle Ashtray.
Oh, goddamn.
Around the campfire with us tonight is Mystic. His adventures with Uncle Ashtray only went about 50 feet when a sudden bang, like a gunshot, stopped him dead. The strap on his Robocop boot broke like 20 yards from the best wings of Milwaukee, and I had to drive the sumbitch home.
The Robocop boot. That is a good description of it.
It was loud. It was a bang.
Well, yeah, man.
What was that noise?
There's a lot of tension against that fucking rivet.
And we literally were like, fucked.
I'm kind of upset you're not coming to the fucking wedding now. I want to see this mechanical boot you got.
Yeah, we'll make it.
Watching you rise up out of the Cavalier like a phoenix from ashes was pretty cool.
You said it a dozen times.
Next to him is the somewhat seeing Oracle. He recently paid $2,000 for a mattress that wasn't even ready. And then he decided moving would be fun while waiting on a mattress. So he left the cum-soiled one outside his old apartment. The company said they'd pick it up for proper disposal, but it's still sitting there, soaked in rain. A beacon for homeless orgies at 3 a.m. with despair running down their legs and drying on yellow toenails. Just a fucking mess.
Dirty Mike and the boys.
Oracle still never got his bed.
That's right. Now I just sleep on dead homeless people.
Yeah. Fucking had to get a refund.
Feels a lot better on my back.
What'd you get, a Sealy?
Yeah.
I'll tell the story. Don't worry. I'll tell the fucking story.
Got you. Nice. As long as I know I'm going to hear it. Let's move on.
All right. On the other side of the campfire is Teddy. He finally snagged himself an Oculus Quest 2. So you don't know what that means. Teddy's cooler than Mystic.
Yeah.
Teddy,
I was always... Wait.
Waiting for my taxes.
Say, Teddy, I'd like to welcome you to the third dimension. And now we have to pile on Mystic and why he hasn't spent his COVID cash
waiting on my taxes.
The third dimension.
I paid bills off with that motherfucker, man. Credit cards.
Dude, it's cheap VR. It's not like it's the Oasis or some shit. We're years away from Ready Player One.
Yeah. Why?
Sure,
Yeah. Why?
It'll be fun to play. And because it's only $300.
Fuckers are rock hard, aren't they?
You got how much for frickin' COVID money? 7.
If you're so into it, why haven't you accepted my fucking Oculus friend request yet?
Why? I just got home, motherfucker, and I was preparing for the episode.
Are you really judging my monetary expenditures?
I am.
Yes, he is. Yeah, he is.
Have you ever made a meal at home? You fucking wasteful son of a bitch. If I had your fucking money, I'd have VR and fucking hookers. I'd have
VR hookers.
VR hookers.
To answer your question, he has made a meal at home. Her name was Amanda, and her ass was delicious.
Gross.
Oh, and I'm Uncle Ashtray. And this is one of my many stories I will one day share with my nieces and nephews when they're old enough to understand.
Don't do that. Don't ever do that.
I understand that Uncle Ashtray is a crazy bastard who understands that you can.
They understand that already. That's why they don't want to be left alone with you.
If you say yes. And this is the Red Eye Report. All right, let's have our moment of inhalants.
We turn it back on.
Oh shit! I've been inhalancing in this whole time.
Oh, oops.
Good. Why am I not getting a? Are we really live? I didn't get a notification.
I got one. We're live. I'm watching it right now.
Yeah, I'm watching it.
Okay. I just want to make sure. Shit. All right. We've been stoners on the show for how long, and we only just started doing this, like fucking wankers.
That's because Oracle, all of us didn't smoke. Now all of us smoke. That's right. See?
Okay. Teddy.
You've been not paying attention on the show for how long now?
Hakuna Matata.
The entire time.
Hakuna Matata.
All right. So, this is a story that took place, I can't remember, around 2007, 2008. Had some plans to go up to Detroit and try to do some. This is back when I was sneaking into places and taking photographs of old abandoned shit. And somehow the plans to Detroit got foiled. So I found myself stuck having to go somewhere a little closer. Well, I had a friend who lived in the suburbs north of Chicago. So decided to go down and visit him, and I'll take a day to run around, go like South Chicago where the shit is shitty, and look for some cool places to take pictures. And so it was like windy as fuck. I'm dressed in just kind of like a big old bulky hoodie and trying to, like I can keep my camera under it. So I don't look like a complete fucking tourist. And as I'm in this back alley taking some pictures, I see some like movement under this moving truck, and there's like two people sitting on there, and there's like, oh, hey.
Sitting under the moving truck?
Yeah, they were kind of sitting up against the wall with their legs under the moving truck.
Oh.
And so I went over and said, hey, and it was a woman, a man in their like 30s, but they look at least 10 years
70.
older because they living on the fucking road, or I mean at the road, but in the streets. But actually, they lived under a bridge. It was Derek and Jasmine. And
shout out to Derek and Jasmine.
Yeah, see this fucking gnat? Kill it. Derek and Jasmine. So they were just like chilling there with a old 40 ounce of King Cobra, which they passed to me.
King Cobra? Are you sure you weren't in Detroit?
Yeah, I'm sure I wasn't in Detroit. I think they have King Cobra in Chicago too. Yeah. And so I'm just like, I gave him a bullshit story that like, oh, I'm just a kid in college and it's really expensive. I don't know if I could afford next year, and I'm just couch surfing right now. It's like trying to be as poor as possible to present myself as not someone to be robbed. And Derek has like a fucking
how does one go about doing that? Like what? What did you do? Mean look? Was it a stare down?
The stare down? No. I just tried to come off
as show
like,
your fucking canine teeth.
I was down here with a bunch of like I didn't try to pretend like I had too much money, but Derek had his whole fucking index finger is missing. It's like, how the hell did that happen? He's like, oh, I was beating this nigga down, and he pulled out his Boy Scout knife and caught me right in the finger. About 2 weeks of digging in the trash, got gangrene. Had to come off. It's like, Jesus. And then also the same hand, his wrist is like crooked. Like criminal, like
it's gonna be a great show.
How did that? Yeah, I'm like, how did your
Ashtray describe this crackhead? Random crackhead.
My question. I mean, really, here's my question. I don't care if you said nigga. My question was the crackhead who told the story? Told the story said the word nigga black or white?
Black.
Okay.
Yeah, I actually used to tell this story to people and wait how long for people to ask whether these people are black or white, because I've always found that like if you don't say the race, people then get confused, or at least white people. But anyway, it's like when I start doing voices.
White dude walking around with a bald head and a fucking goatee.
Well, also, yeah, exactly. I'm a white dude, bald head.
Goatee. I mean, you can slip into the fucking Black Lives Matter crowd and to the
out like a white dove in a whole fucking pack of dirty pigeons.
You can hop back and forth in the rallies.
Well, I knew he was black because you said you were trying to present yourself as someone to not be robbed. White people ain't gonna rob you.
Exactly.
So fucking racist.
Granted, this is also me and my
I love how you agreed with it.
Exactly. Stereotypes of in my 20s. So Derek, he had this crooked wrist because he said it was a 3-story fall from when he was running from the cop.
Jesus.
Yep. Messed his wrist up, broke it. Jasmine, she was.
Wait, what was his name again?
Derek.
Derek
and Jasmine. Jasmine had this kind of like describe it like a kind of voodoo princess vibe of her who but her prime was like at least 15 years ago. You know, she kind of had this like New Orleans feel to her and the way she was dressed.
She was an early 90s fucking
hipster
voodoo queen.
Yeah, you know, she's like, why'd you come over here? You know, and I was like, well, what? Say hi, you know. She's like, you didn't want to run off? I'm like, fuck no. Let's go. And so, what I was like, I'm just trying to take some photographs of like what, you know, the real city's like, not just the big fucking skyscrapers. And of course, they're then like, oh, really? Like, because I told them I was in college for photography, and they're like, we could take you to where we live. We live under this bridge, and you could get some real gritty photos down there. They'd make you famous. They were like sure. I'm like, all right, sure, yeah. I'm like, and he's like, you know, they're like,
Chicago probably.
How'd you get here? You're from Wisconsin. And I told him, you know, I had my little pickup truck. Like Derek's like, oh, you got a truck? Well,
oh Jesus Christ!
I got this guy, right? He's giving me this wire. He's just giving it to me. Just give it to me. But it's up north by, you know, it's up north from here, and I don't have a vehicle of getting to it to bring it back down here. You know, I sell it, I get like $20-$30. And you know, it's like, I'm not stupid. I'm like, okay. You know, I know what he means. He wants to go scrapping. And right. I'm like, yeah, I
don't know what he
help you out with that.
He wants to go scrapping.
What's that?
What is scrapping, bro? What is this? What is
scrapping? I learned scrapping.
Stealing metal out of fucking.
So I learned scrapping.
Is that okay? Is that what it's called? They yank pipes and shit out of vacant houses.
First time I got arrested, or no, I wasn't arrested, but the first time I was caught ever like sneaking around a place was in Chicago. This was
So you've actually gone a scrapping.
Let me finish the story, and I went a little scrapping. I only learned the term because I was sneaking into this skyscraper construction site.
Only because you're sneaking into a skyscraper.
This is a couple years prior, but how I explain how I knew what scrapping was because in Chicago they pay someone to stay in the grounds of those construction sites all night to guard it. And so I'm poking around with my camera and my tripod, and all of a sudden I see this guy fucking stand up. It's like, oh shit. And so I was just like, hey, probably shouldn't be in here. Went up and talked to him. And he actually was really nice. He's like, oh, I thought you were a scrapper. And I was like, what's a scrapper? He's like, oh yeah, the people, you know, he's like, homeless people jump the fences and steal all their tools and, you know, sell them. It's like, all right, you know, and the guy like gave me directions to another place to go like take photos and let me out, unlock the fence for me. Real nice. Anyways, that's how I learned the term scrapper. And so
he let the white guy who broke in out, but the brother he was shot 37 times.
Yeah, right.
This is I'm fully aware that
I'm grounding. You must be lost. Here, let me let you out.
Kind of innocent white boy card gets you very far.
It does.
So it was like, all right. I'm like, yeah, I'll help you get this wire. And first it's like, all right, go. We're gonna go to the liquor store. And they were like super excited. And Jasmine was like, you believe in God? And I'm like, I'm kind of agnostic. And she's like, oh, what? And I was like, you know, I'm just not sure what I believe in. She's like, well, I believe in the Lord. And, you know, I really think the Lord brought you here.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, this is fucking great.
You know, because like I'm taking them on an adventure.
Dude, were you hanging out with Hunter S. Thompson while you're doing this?
They're gonna get one. They're gonna get to tie one on. Probably rob you.
So, well, you know, in the back of my mind, it's like, yeah, they could totally just rob me. And
did you have a weapon or self-defense of some sort? Like
I can't remember if I did.
Knife, at least.
I don't think I really even had a knife. I can't remember. Maybe I did have a knife on me.
Some dangerous shit, dude. I don't know.
Well, yeah. So this is where it's like, all right. So I take him. I pack in my little Tacoma pickup truck. So Jasmine's crammed in the little extended cab, booth seat in the back, and we go to the liquor store. And of course, it's like a downtown South Chicago liquor store where, covered in fucking fencing and rails for all the windows, and go in there, and the like guy who's probably of some Arab descent was like looking at me like, what the fuck are you doing? And I'm like, we got $20 to spend. It's like, all right, we got some tobacco, rolling tobacco and papers. And
are y'all just on the malt, just on the King Cobra, or have you taken other drugs also?
I had not taken any drugs other than at the time. I wasn't even as big of a weed smoker back then either. So I was like fairly sober. But
so the malt liquor got you acting a little ghetto. You just felt Broly.
Well, it wasn't just the malt liquor.
Walked to the south side, skinhead and all.
If you want to have an adventure, you got to say yes.
Yeah. Murder start with say yes.
Exactly.
And violent rapes.
Many adventures end in murder.
Jesus Christ.
So this So in the liquor store, the guy's just kind of looking at me like, what the fuck are you doing? And I'm just like, yep, buying this shit for my friends. Got a 6-pack of Budweiser Tall Boys, fit the vodka, cheap vodka, and rolling papers and tobacco, and then some pork rinds and potato chips. And
something, bro.
We go load up in my truck, and like some old fucking guy comes up to me. He's like, hey man, you, and Derek just is like, fuck off, old man. He's with us. Don't fucking talk to him. Just like real protective. Just get the fuck out of here.
Oh, this here's my bitch.
Yeah, right? It's like we load up in my vehicle like fucking kings and get in there.
Kings
Jasmine
of
gives
what?
me a beer. And
Kings of Unsolved Mysteries. That's what.
Yeah. She's like, you got to cuff it. I was like, what's a cuff it? She's like, pull your cuff up around your beer. Because I had this big bulky hoodie on. I'm like, so that's how you drive and drink. So like, he's like teaching me tricks.
Pro tip.
Pull my homeless trick on how to drink without people seeing. Cuff it.
Wow.
Pull your baggy cuff around your beer. So we take off, and then Jasmine's like, I need to get something to smoke. It's like, all right. So we go to like just a half a block from the projects, the big tall ones down in Chicago that used to be there. And she goes in, I give her $8. She's like, I just need $8. And
$1
while she goes in, Derek's like, man, that bitch, I love her, Dad, but she's crazy. She fucked her. Did you see this right here? See this right here? He pulls his like shirt out, and there's this big like this wound.
And she's sitting behind you as you're driving.
She stabbed me, bro. And
why did you just leave her? I would have just left her.
Well, they've been.
I would have left both of them going back to my hotel.
Exactly.
He said that they've been. They think they've been married about 10 years, but they can't actually remember how long they've been married.
Jesus, or how many people they murdered.
But and he's like, I was in the hospital for a fucking week, man. The bitch stabbed me, but when I got out, she came in the hospital. She had me $1,000, man. $1,000. She's a real hustler, man. You take her up to Soldier Field, man. You got like 100,000 men in there. She come out with $100,000.
Oh my God.
And in my mind, I'm thinking like, she's getting $1 off each man. What's she doing?
Right?
What kind of service?
Oh my God.
So,
that's how a strain of super chlamydia got spread around fucking Soldier Field.
The COVID origin story.
Jasmine comes back to the vehicle, gets in, and so we take off, and I'm just basically following directions from Derek. Turn here, turn there. All of a sudden, we're kind of in like another shady neighborhood that's not quite as South Chicago, but closer to the rich people. And then he has me, turn in there, and it's this like underground parking ramp. And so I turn in there, and I notice there's no lights in the underground parking ramp, and it's full of fucking garbage, and there's no cars in the underground parking ramp. And then that's where I'm like, fuck, like this is where I get robbed, right? It's like they just had me drive right into this underground, dark, secluded spot.
Exactly, man.
I'm trying to play it cool.
Movies start out like this.
So I'm like, what are we doing here? Is this where the wire's at? Like, Derek's like, we just taking care of business. It's like, oh fuck,
what?
What's business? So he's like, all right, now turn around, back your back end up against that wall there. It's like, all right, back it up, and then put it in park, shut it off. And then Jasmine leans up from the back and she holds her hand out and she's got like 5 crack rocks in her hand. It's like, oh, Jesus, thank God. They just want to smoke crack in privacy. They don't want to rob me.
They don't want to murder me, thank God.
Yeah.
Right? Until they go into crack rage.
Right? Until the crack runs out.
He joined in with it. You joined in. This is the first night you smoked crack, wasn't it? This is the first night you smoked crack, huh?
So I'm this is when like, all right, yeah, I bought these people crack and
oh wait, you paid for the crack?
Oh yeah, I gave them the $8 to get it. Fuck yeah, I was taking them on an adventure.
Oh Jesus Christ. This is how white people get murdered. Let's go talk to those lions over here.
Anyways, Derek smoked. And then, Jasmine smoked first.
It doesn't matter what order they went in. They all smoke crack. We know they're smoking crack.
Handed it off.
Order doesn't matter.
Derek. And while right after Jasmine smoked, I'm like eating my pork rinds in the driver's seat, and we're just like listening to some music on the radio, and Jasmine like starts staring at me. She's like,
she's gonna stab you, bro.
God, do you? It was kind of this like gibberish, like, yeah, I see the all seeing eye. The all seeing eye knows in God. Because she had asked me if I believe in God earlier, so
yeah,
staring at me, and I'm like, oh shit.
You don't believe in God, do you?
And then I look over,
slap
and Derek
into a
is in the
Slim
passenger
Jim.
seat, and Derek looks at me, and he goes, "Told you that bitch was crazy." Oh, he like broke the silence. He's like, "Woman, shut up!" And so he packs the pipe, smokes it, and then like while Rashi was handing him the rocks, it's like, "Oh shit, fuck!" He's cursing. I was like, "What?" He's like, "I dropped one," and I like look back from my angle, kind of like under the seat there, and I see what looks like a big piece of road salt. I'm like, "What? Is this it?" It's like, "Oh, Craig, man, with the win." It's like, "Yep, fucking saved the day with the last crack rock." So after smoking crack, we then take off to, then now I'm following directions while they're high on crack.
Wait.
So did you smoke crack?
Did you
No, actually, well, they asked me if I wanted to smoke crack, but I was like, nah, not today.
What?
I'm like, I'll do coke, but
oh, come on.
Granted,
Jesus
this is like
Christ.
I still wanted to have my wits about me, I guess, like because I was still thinking like I could possibly be robbed. Like, you still don't really know how genuine these people are that you just decide to go on.
You let these people smoke crack in your car that you brought for them. You're pot committed, bro. You didn't think you were getting murdered. Don't even bullshit. You were like, what can we get into? You were on some weird kind of kick. I think you were gonna murder them.
Well, of course there was a kick there that I wanted to get into.
You wanted to
adventure,
bang
Kenny.
that fucking dead
Old Jasmine.
Tina Turner.
She was kind of like a Tina Turner.
Yeah, you gave her she bought I've never heard of somebody buying 5 crack rocks for $8. So if she can get,
I don't know what crack rocks are.
Yeah, what's the in the chat? What's the going rate for a crack rock these days? Right.
Well, you need cocaine to make it. So
they're now high on crack, and I'm driving to basically like just kind of north of what's that called, Millennial Park or whatever, Millennium Park in Chicago, with the big fucking face that spits out water. So like just north of there, it was going to be a new skyscraper. So it's like a construction site nestled in around some skyscrapers, and we get there and park, and Jasmine gonna stay with the truck. And in my mind, I'm hoping she just doesn't start pissing in it, because she was like babbling and shit, and she beating on Derek in the back of the head sometimes when they'd argue, and It was like driving with, like fucking children. And so me and Derek go down to the construction site, and of course, it's like, because he said, wire's all ready. It's already there. It's just wound up for me, ready to take. And of course, it wasn't wound up. It was strung up with fucking zip ties along the chain link fence for the construction company to the, the fucking little like trailer shed that they have, the, architects and contractors headquarters. And so it's probably like internet cables, phone cables, power cables. And Derek just starts yanking. Whoosh, whoosh. And it's like, oh yeah, this is real. That's where that's where I start thinking to myself, like, what am I gonna tell the cops? Like, when we get arrested, what's my story gonna be? Like, how much can I really say? I'm just taking photographs, sir. Like, they just asked me to help them get some wire. Like,
no, you enabled this shit. You picked him up. You gave him.
Oh, exactly.
You bought
I totally
him crack.
enabled it. Like, I'm. And I bought them crack, so like I'm already a felony deep. And so there are people in very fancy cars driving down this it's like a little back road, and there's a private garage that goes for the people who live in the skyscraper next to us. And so I'm just trying to kind of look as white as possible, while he's on the other side of the construction fence ripping wires down. So the fence is like shaking. And I'm just like, hey, just like waving at rich people as they're coming into their private skyscraper.
What time is this? What time of day?
This is at it would probably be at the time of the year, like maybe 7, 8 p.m. Like, it was dark. So it wasn't quite.
I thought this was like 2 a.m. or some shit.
Yeah. No. This is
you're letting crackheads smoke crack in your car at 7 o'clock.
Well, that's why we were in the dark
in Chicago.
This is what they'll never suspect it at that time of day.
Yeah. I thought you were like out of the clear. It was like late. It was.
No. This is, and also though, because Derek said
I thought I did some questionable shit as a kid.
Oh, no, this is how you have an adventure. And so
that's not how you have an adventure. Why do you keep saying that's how you have an adventure? That is not how you have an adventure. That's how you get murdered.
This old guy comes out and he's walking his little expensive looking Shih Tzu, and he's got a really nice coat on, and I'm standing there just kind of do. I'm like, hi, how's it going? I'm just gonna smile and be as white as I can, while Derek is ripping shit down, and it's getting to where he's taking too much time, and it's we can't keep staying here. I'm my fucking dice are gonna roll bad, and I'm gonna get fucking caught. So I decide, like you're saying, I'm already in, so fuck it. I start helping him, whoosh, ripping and snapping these cable ties, and just fuck. And I didn't have even the tools I normally carry on me now because I work at a sign shop. So he was literally just taking cable, wrapping it around his arm, and then just wham, snapping it like that to fucking rip this cable out. And there's this pure brute force, and I just have to help him do it so we can get the fuck out of there. And we tangle up this big mess. And granted, because you're saying, it's multiple cables.
This is a Trailer
different
Park Boys episode.
Exactly. It is like a Trailer Park episode. It's completely
to help him commit a
multiple
crime,
different types of wires,
right.
Probably some Ethernet cables and internet and phone, and so who knows what. And it's a tangled mess, some of it torn, and we just, it was all right, we got it, we got enough, a big bundle, and we're running down the street, dragging this snarled chain of fucking wire to my truck.
Fuck, dude.
We throw it in the back. Luckily, I have my hardtop tonneau cover, so it's no one can, it's not just an open pickup truck where someone can see a bunch of tangled wire in the back. We throw it all in there. Get back in. Get in the truck. And Jasmine, luckily, did not pee in my vehicle. So then we get going, head down, to back to South Chicago, where the guy who's going to give him, the fucking $20 to $30 for what we just did. We get down there and finally we pull over to where it's kind of they're still thinking oh yeah, okay, you wait here, and like we're gonna go into the projects again, like basically where we went to get crack, but we're gonna go in with this tangled mess of wire, and we're gonna get the $20 or $30 because, well, Derek was saying though, he's like, no, I'm gonna hit you up, man. I'm gonna give you part of this. I'll give you a couple bucks of this because, like,
a couple bucks. You gave them $28.
I know, but it's like him, like being like he wanted to be, I guess, person of his word to be like, the money I get from this, like you get a part of it. That was his whole part of his sale, and so Jasmine though is still high on crack, and so we like pulled over, and he's trying to get Jasmine to stay in the truck, and I'm kind of like, I don't want her. Like I need to get out of this. Like I'm gonna fucking roll a bad dice here if I don't get the fuck out of this situation. And so
dude.
Jasmine was like, "What? You want me to stay in here? Fuck you, motherfucker!" Like he's like, "Just wait in here while I go in and get the money." And so she starts slapping him in the back of the head, you know, because she's cramping the little extended cab of my pickup truck. Starts slapping him, and he's like, "Whoa, not woman!" And so I get out of the driver's side, and I open the tonneau cover, and help pulling all the tangled mess of wire out, and because they both get out, because she's slapping him, and he gets out. He's like, "Get the fuck off me, woman!" She gets out of the back of the truck, and they're like fighting. Basically it's just him, keeping her off of him.
Please tell me you just drove off.
Fucking going nuts. And so like I handed the wire, and I got back into the driver's side, and I'm like, Derek is right by the passenger. I'm like, "Oh, Derek, I gotta go." And he's like, "Wait a minute, man." He like leans in, and he pulls his hand out, and he's like, "Pray for me. Pray for me." And he shakes my hand, and I'm like, I will, buddy. And then like goes back to fucking Jasmine slapping him, and I shut the door and I take off north, and I got away with it all.
Shit. So does he like? Is she like continuously slapping him as he puts his hand in and like slowly pulls you forward, kisses you on the cheek, and says, "Pray for me"?
She wasn't like super fighting, but she was just in like crackhead like angry mode with him. Something to do with like not wanting her to go in with him to get to sell the wire or something.
There's probably some chick in there she didn't want him fucking.
Could be that too.
Or doing any of the crack without him.
Yeah, what other, insert crack drama here. But yeah, that was actually like
crack drama here.
That was that moment of like, I got away with it, and it was like perfect ending to just
yeah.
Oh my god.
You shouldn't have even said anything. I would have just got back in the truck and fucking took off.
Oh, but
I never would have given a crack.
Well, yeah, I never would have went with them in the first motherfucker.
Yeah, exactly. Everybody would say, no, I would have never done that in the first place. But, like, we had built this rapport up already. Okay, hanging out, doing homeless stuff.
So I got a quick real story about South Side of Chicago.
Yeah.
When I was, like, 20 years old, I used to hang out with these two black guys that, like, came from Chicago and sold drugs up north where I lived. But they, like, they were going to pay me to drive them down. I had been in an accident, so I had a Cadillac, right? It had tinted windows and shit. They're like, "Cool, man, we'll go drive down there." So we get to Chicago and we stop. He's like, "You got to pull over." And I'm like, "What?" He's like, I don't want to tell you, man, but you got to let me drive. These are two big black dudes, Omar and Shamar. Yeah, he's like, "I'm not gonna steal your car or anything." He's like, "But if they see a white boy driving this Cadillac in the South Side of Chicago, they're gonna carjack you or rob you." I was like, "All right, cool." So I had to like sit in the back where the tinted windows were.
Oh shit!
And fucking kind of hide, yeah. Like, I was honestly, up until that point, I was okay, and then I was like, I'm not doing this shit again.
Past my comfort zone.
Yeah, this is fucked up.
Yeah. No, it's something now, at this age where it's just like, man, like I can't believe I got away with that.
I know, like
getting arrested or something.
Like that's crazy, dude. No way I would have fucking went.
Because at that point, there's no way I could explain my way out of it. Especially when I decided it's too late. I gotta help him.
You couldn't explain your way out of it when you said, "Hey," this crackhead said, "Hey, can you give me a ride?" And you were like, "Sure."
Yeah,
Why not?
right?
Why not?
Not for most white people, but if you want to have an adventure, you have to say yes.
Jesus would have done it.
Like
you can have
everything you
can
did.
have an adventure. You didn't. What is it with you? You just keep saying that you can have an adventure by not fucking hanging out with
Going to
crackheads.
Disney World every other
Ashtray,
year is not an
Ashtray,
adventure.
I'm gonna be honest with you. You can fucking turn that story right there into like a stand-up, like a 10-minute stand-up with a fucking great punchline or something. You know what I'm saying? Like that was a really well-crafted story. I don't know how much of it was a lie, but I don't care.
No, I mean it was all. I mean that's just how it panned out. That was the perfect ending. Was that like, I actually I kind of got them at least back to where they were gonna sell their stuff, and like, I guess that's why I was the title that like, you know, crackheads in Chicago are people too. It was like I actually had a fucking adventure out of it.
Just fucking pull into this parking garage.
Yeah,
Yeah,
right. That's when I really got nervous.
Oh, yeah, I would have.
That wouldn't have
I don't know
happened.
what to tell you, dude. I'm not going in there. Get out of my fucking truck. Go smoke that shit yourself. I'm out.
Well, I was even thinking like, oh man, like they could knife me, and then like they get in my fucking pickup, and then they just like.
Here's the thing:
blow
if you
the
kept
transmission
thinking,
because they
was it
can't
a
drive a
stick?
manual.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, it was the stick.
if you kept thinking they could murder you anytime, why did you keep hanging out with them?
Right.
Because that's when you have to take a risk.
That's
for
the adventure.
adventure.
The adventure part.
Like you're saying, Hunter S. Thompson.
Black people don't like adventures, man. The last adventure you guys went on, it was a fucking boat across an ocean and shit. Didn't work out.
Wow.
Whoa.
It's getting real racist here tonight.
It is. It is. It's okay though.
That's very racist. But yes, I understand your concern because yes, everyone, 99.99% of people would be like, "What the fuck? No."
Yeah,
Don't
because
talk
they're
to them.
saying
They're
I've had tons of adventures, but not hanging out with fucking crackheads. I've gone
Not quite
camping,
as exciting as that
fishing.
though.
Yeah, I've done late night shit before or midnight shit before, just not with crackheads. You can have an adventure just because you hung out with
Rapid
crackheads does
wire.
not mean you had a better adventure.
Never hung out with a crackhead?
I and crack.
Oh, yeah, of course I hung out with a crackhead.
You're the only one in here who's been unaffiliated with the crackheads?
Oh, of course I hung out with crackheads. I didn't call it a fucking
Right.
adventure. Only white people will call that
I
shit an
didn't
adventure.
call
You know,
it
two
an
goddamn
adventure.
crackheads.
I
Just
call
like me
it
saying,
going
I
to
got
the
plenty of black
7-Eleven.
friends.
I mean, really, but Ashtray's like, I hung out with two crackheads. It was an adventure. You haven't
don't
lived
get a lot
it.
of
You've done this
crackheads
shit,
and-
white people.
But
You
No,
haven't
it's
lived
not
it.
just
That's
hanging out
like
with crackheads.
it's the
I had to
same
live
as
the
going to
scrap
New
with
Zealand
my
or something.
car. Okay, this was an amazing adventure
You've got a son
Through-
now, so you
through
can't.
the dangerous south side of Chicago.
Let me tell you, when I went to New Zealand,
Yeah, right. On this
scaled the
all-inclusive
mountains.
trip.
I mean, shit.
The drinks were
Ashtray
handed
hung out
to-
with two crackheads. Adventure. my new fucking you think Ashtray fucking getting culturalized
Culturalized.
in an
Man,
urban
that
neighborhood
happened
for the
like
first fucking time.
12, 13 years ago. I didn't just get it. It's just a story I've had.
Every
That's gonna tell
second
me
I
nieces
hung
and
out
nephews.
with these crackheads of my own free will, I felt I was gonna die, but I felt I had to do it because you know why? Adventure.
This
It
is
was
pretty
fucking
great. You
fun.
guys, actually, you should do a stand-up, but you two should go together. Ashtray
No.
could tell the story, and then Teddy could fucking
Teddy-
tear him
Teddy
apart.
plays. Oh. I
Teddy
think
could
Teddy
just
plays
sit
the
there.
crackhead.
Uninterested the whole time.
Yeah, right.
Yells at him at the end for being fucking
Right.
a white privileged asshole.
But being a white privileged asshole who could take crazy adventures.
That wasn't a crazy adventure. You just hung out with two crackheads.
All right,
That's
that's
the shit they do. That's the shit they
I
do.
mean, yeah, that's crackheads do shit like that. You don't.
Yeah, from a
everybody's
crackhead
giving-
perspective, it wasn't crazy, but for me, it was.
Okay, so that was
Yeah.
the first time giving a crackhead a ride. You learn not to give another crackhead a ride. Everybody's done it.
Hey, nothing really bad happened. Got
I've
away
never
with it all.
given a crackhead a ride ever.
I have. Don't ever do it.
I
I
never
have.
would.
Yeah, right. Fucking get arrested and then you get a fucking record. Probation. All right, moving along to what's sexy. Oracle Mass Effect Legendary Edition.
Mass Effect Legendary Edition. Yes, it is out. So they took Mass Effect 1, 2, and 3, and they gave them a graphics upgrade. They added all the DLCs that were released for those games, and they did like little quality of life things. I'm playing through Mass Effect 1 right now. It's fucking awesome. Like, that's a good fucking game, and that's not even the best one.
I've never played them before because I wanted to merge some of the classes, and apparently you can do that now on this one.
I'm not sure about merging the classes in one, but I mean, it's fucking awesome. If you haven't played it before, I would totally pick it up.
I think I played. So there was Mass Effect 1, 2, and 3, and then Andromeda.
And Andromeda, right? Yeah.
I think I can't remember. I played either 1 or 3. I think it was 1.
It's good. It goes back. The thing about this that I'm realizing, so I'm trying to finish Assassin's Creed Valhalla, and I'm playing this as well. This game, Mass Effect, is so much more entertaining than modern open world games. Like, this has open world
because of the drama that you have to choose.
Dude, the
choose
story is
kind of shit.
so much better. Like, it's such a better, like, curated experience in playing this, and you get to explore around, but it's not like extreme.
God, I don't know. Some of the Legendary Edition stuff it's like, it's kind of flat.
Oh, it's good, dude. It's totally good.
Or maybe, I don't know. Maybe there's more contrast on the original.
Yeah, no, there's a huge difference. The original Mass Effect is 14 years old.
I see the movement. Yeah, is definitely.
Yeah.
Now, is this on the Xbox One XX or whatever the latest one's called?
It's on that. It's on. I'm playing it on PC. It's on all the systems. I don't think it's on Switch yet.
PCD's nuts.
Oh, I get it for free.
What do you mean you get it for free?
I have the EA. It's on EA
you
access.
have the EA, yeah.
Oh shit! I still have the EA access.
Oh shit!
Oh fuck! Can you co-op play? Can't
No.
you?
Oh
I'm not
shit!
Lick my nuts.
Lick your. I ain't licking shit, dude.
Not you, but the game not letting us play.
What's wrong with you, man?
Dude, you don't play video games. I want to play.
Right.
If you want to play, we'll play some VR shit together. All right. Let me know what VR shit you play.
I'd love to play Arizona Sunshine, kill some zombies. But yeah,
Arizona Sunshine.
You know, it'd be a great YouTube series if you went down to fucking Chicago and had crackheads try VR for the first time.
They'd run off with it into a wall.
Yeah, they'd steal that shit.
This is shit white people do. You end up with a pipe to the head in the VR.
They're like, yeah, this is amazing, and then just take off with it.
Yeah,
you lose VR, bro.
Fucking sling it down at the pawn shop for $20.
That's it.
All right, moving along. Boss mode, Mystic.
All right, so I know I keep raving about this MLB game, but the presentation on it just keeps getting better because there's shit that I didn't know existed in it, right? So I'm playing a game, and if you're on the MLB network for that evening, like the layout is completely different and shit.
What do you mean the
cameras
MLB
change?
Oh, have you? Okay.
So the MLB has their own like games on their network, so like the presentation seems like it's an MLB presentation. Like it just blows other sports games out of the fucking water.
Really? Like Madden and everything?
If you go to Mystic, have you done the Diamond Dynasty thing where you have to it's like the cards, kind of like the Madden Ultimate Team thing, but they have they have a challenge thing in there where you can play as you have to play as like a Jackie Robinson, and it's set back in like the 70s and shit. It's in black and white, and it looks like you're watching an old school baseball game.
Really?
They have one for Babe Ruth. They have one for Hank Aaron. And you have to do there's certain things you have to do like get a double, get a triple, and like hit a home run within like 12 pitches or something. But it's in black and white shit. It looks real cool. So if you like that MLB presentation shit, you should check it out.
So I'm playing today, and the Brewers. I'm on the Brewers. And they're like right in the wild card spot. They're in the second wild card spot. So like we're fighting for a playoff spot. We're playing the Cubs. And I'd never seen this before. So I'm fucking sitting there and all of a sudden my controller just starts shaking. And it goes to this cut screen and it goes boss mode.
Boss mode?
What?
Yeah, the fucking the dude coming to the plate, it was Hayward. He's just fucking like he's all not jacked looking and shit, but like like the announcer's like, this guy really hits him out of the park. I'm like, what the fuck? So like it's harder to fucking move the controller. It vibrates more and shit. Like it's harder to fucking get pitches off.
He's got like syringes like coming out of his muscles.
No, it's not
and
like
shit.
ridiculous like that, but like it did it like 3 times in a row. So I had to go through these 3 boss mode fucking dudes to strike him out to get out of the inning. It's just like it's so much more intense than Madden or any other game, dude. They really got it right.
Yeah,
I really think that game is fucking awesome. Anyway, that's it.
Cool. Moving along to Teddy. Oculus Quest 2.
Fuck you.
So I got my
Arizona
I got an Oculus.
Sunshine.
Got an Oculus today. Apparently, I'm going to download Arizona Sunshine here in a second and check that shit out. This is actually pretty cool. It's a lot cooler than I thought it was. The graphics are what they are. But it is fucking a cool little system to have. I haven't tried online. Well, I take it back. I have tried online. The online I tried was the free poker game they have. No, well, maybe it was free. Can't remember. I think it was free because it said beta. And those guys taught me a lot about the console while I was in there. The double tap on the side to bring it to the fucking view in the front, so you can see everything around you is pretty cool. Yeah, I didn't know you had to have a Facebook account to play it, but that doesn't bother me. Because fuck Facebook, they know all about me.
Fuck.
But yeah, I'm looking forward to playing some games with Oracle and Ashtray, and streaming them because I want to play the Oracle and stream something. My favorite so far is the gun game Oracle with the fucking
pistol whip.
Pistol whip.
Yeah, pistol whip. I only get the. Do you ever? I've seen videos where people are using 2 guns.
Yeah, you got to go to the modifiers.
It's in the modifiers
on the left.
It's way better when you have 2 guns.
Yeah, I always
it is way
do
better.
2 guns.
I'm sitting there with one like this. I'm like, shit. I'm like, how do I get my 2 guns? So modifier. Okay, cool.
Yeah, and it doesn't.
Yeah, there's a bunch of different things you can do to make it easier and harder.
Boom, boom.
Beat Saber's cool. I gotta get some music for it, but I mean, it's a cool little system. Looking forward to gaming.
I feel like the Oculus is like the because there are systems that are coming on the horizon, but I feel like Oculus is kind of like the NES of VR systems.
Yeah.
Like it's, solid. It's going to be around for a while. And yeah, better shit's going to come in the future, but it's a fucking solid ass system.
I mean, the hand tracking, the ability to track your hands, we don't have the controllers, is pretty cool. And I wish they had more games had tutorials. Because working the fingers is kind of weird in some games, but other than that, it's a cool little system for $200. Can't beat it.
X-ray.
Don't get the big. And don't get the 200 and don't get the 200 gig version. You don't need it.
You don't need it.
Yeah, most of the games are between 800 megabytes and 3 gigs, so you're good with the 64 version.
Word. All right. Actually, I want to have Oracle put up this picture here. I didn't have it before. I know, right? Go back to the fucking outline. This is one photo. This is like the one good photo I got out of that adventure.
What the hell is this?
It is an old fucking mural, like a Chevrolet mural on a brick wall. It's on a matte background with paint splattered around it. Was that?
Never mind. Go ahead.
I was gonna say it's matted on a basically a canvas board with paint splattered around it. So it's just, the photo part in the middle is what I got out of that adventure. This is where you say, Ashtray, that's very cool. Now fuck off.
Herpes.
Yep, that and herpes. All right, moving along to myself. Since we're running short on time, I'll keep it short and sweet. The boys are back in town. This weekend, Travis D. listening in the house coming up. And we're going to take our other 2 friends who are fucking pussyfooting around about, we might not be able to get we could take it and give it to our kids or some shit. Anyways.
What the hell are you talking about?
Our other friends who are already
the other friends are supposed to come.
It.
Yeah, but they won't come now because their wives won't let them or some shit.
Their wives are, having them on the clamp down. And I don't have to worry because their wives won't let them listen to the Reddit report. You know, that's just the fucking bullshit.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. They're like, don't listen to that Reddit report. That's
banned from
stuff.
listening to the Red Eye Report.
No, they're
not serious.
Like
you should fucking feed their husbands crack. Take them down.
If their husbands were to listen to the Red Eye Report like loud on speaker, they probably would frown upon it, like with the kids around and stuff. But yeah, they're on shorter leashes. Travis is the one that has the cool wife. Shout out to Megan.
You guys should go down to fucking Chicago and smoke some crack, dude.
Yeah, right.
Fucking
go on some
rehash that
adventures,
shit.
scrap some wire. All right, moving along now. To fuck what you think time. Oracle, matricide.
Fucking matricide. All right.
Great term.
So I was having some goddamn back issues. Decided to get a new bed. It was time to get a new fucking bed. So one of the companies around the area is called Mattress Firm. They're like, I don't know, whatever, these fucking mattress places that are everywhere. Go in there, test out all the different beds, find one that's pretty good, like this Sealy hybrid foam spring thing. It's a couple $1,000s. And they said at that time, they're like, well, we don't have it in store, but we should be able to get it in like a week. Okay, fine. So we're waiting for it. We get a call. And that week, they're like, oh, sorry, it's actually going to be fucking a month now. Okay, fine. Well, then we get word that we have to move.
The patient consumer. Okay.
Yeah. So we're like, okay, fine. We have to move. So we find a new place. We move into this place. We get a call from Mattress Firm again. They're like, sorry, it's going to be another couple weeks. We're like, all right, well, we're in the process of moving. Postpone it one more week so you can take it over to the new place. They're like, okay. And we say, hey, because this has taken so long, we had to move. You need to pick up our fucking old bed at our original place, which is 7 miles away from the place that we're moving to. They're like, oh, well, no problem. Let me just double check with fucking warehouse. Okay. Don't get a call. Carolyn calls him. Hey, what's the deal with this? Is it confirmed? Oh, let me check in with the warehouse.
Yeah. Oh,
call again. Hey, things resolved. I don't know about system. It doesn't show up. All right. 4 fucking phone calls. Don't get anything. Finally, it's like 3 days before we're supposed to have this shit happen. We're like, hey, what's the fucking deal? Are you going to do this? Oh, actually, I got to call corporate. Actually, we can't do it. All right. This pickup fee is $24. This is 7 miles across town. And I told Carolyn, I was just like, you know what? If these motherfuckers can't make this shit happen, if there's a problem with the bed, are we going to trust these assholes? Fuck that. I was pissed. I was like, fuck these assholes.
I cancel that shit.
Right.
Yeah.
We cancel it. We're like, give us the money back. So for $24, these dumb fucks were like, okay, I guess we'll just cancel it. $2,000 gone.
Yeah.
So we got the money back. We're going to go to another place, like a local place, and fucking get a bed. But fuck these
like
dicks.
A real local place?
Yeah, like
one of those mattress chains?
Well,
yeah, that was a mattress
train.
train.
Hassleless mattress. I'm sure you
What's
have
that?
those there.
What is it?
We went to Hassleless mattress.
I don't think that's
Hassleless
around
mattress.
here.
What a name.
They
There's
don't have
so many
sales
different mattress stores.
So you just fucking go in and like lay on the beds.
What?
Ah.
What
And
do
then
they
you
have,
just
fucking
order
robots?
it at a kiosk. Yeah, there's no sale people there.
What?
Lower commission.
No, they
need
don't
for
have that
commissions.
around here.
They don't have those?
No.
Oh.
Never seen that.
Yeah, our bed, it was like, oh.
No, you got someone who follows you around. How do you
It was like
feel about that?
$2,200 with the frame, I think, and
just
they
rest
got
there
here
once.
like 2 days later. I think it was.
Feel
here.
how your breath is so deep.
Why are you talking while I'm talking?
To fucking piss you off. Sorry.
Just shut up. Let's go. Get this fucking show on the road.
All
Hassleless.
right, we're moving right
fucking-
along then to Mystic Bikers.
2 more minutes, dude. Bikers. I don't like people who ride bikes. About
Really?
No, I just don't like their fucking
motorcycles
nonchalant
or
attitude.
bicycles.
No, pedal bicycles
Yeah.
when they're on the roads.
They are snobs.
You know what I'm saying? Dude, ride that shit on the sidewalk. I don't give a fuck.
You're not supposed to ride a bicycle on a sidewalk.
Technically, you're not supposed to ride your bike on the bicycle. Because it's city ordinance or law or whatever. You really aren't.
Okay, so it's much safer to have them ride on the fucking road.
If they're riding
you know what I'm saying?
fast
It makes
enough.
no sense.
If they're riding the right way. But, yeah, though, like a polite bicyclist, when they know there's a car behind them, will swoop in, ride the sidewalk for a while, let the car pass, and then come back on the road.
I don't know what to tell you. Get that fucking piece of shit off the road. I pay $125 for each car, one of my cars to drive on the roads. I don't want to be swerving some fucking jackoff who's listening to fucking Nelly or some shit on his fucking iPod. You know what I mean?
He's pedaling away.
You gotta get Nelly, bro.
Fucking sweatbands.
Right. I'm in gear 2.
Yeah. Just fucking
Off to find a crack adventure.
Go to a fucking park.
Yep, looking for a crack adventure. I'll say yes to anything.
Anyway, that's it.
With dangerous black folk.
Moving along to myself. Why not prove that Antifa caused the Capitol riots? So this whole fucking movement now by all the Republican leaders, basically because they still have Trump's nuts in their mouths, that, we don't need to have a congressional commission on
first off,
storming of the Capitol.
It will be proven.
Yet they still are peddling the bullshit that, it was Antifa provocateurs who started. It's like, well, if it was Antifa provocateurs, why are you not having a commission to prove just that, you dumb fox?
That's a great term. Antifa provocateurs.
Good band name.
Yeah.
That's Jack White's next band.
Probably.
Antifa provocateurs.
So yeah, these fucking Republicans are ridiculous. Only something like 38 Republican House members voted with the Democrats to, I mean, it passed, but there's like
but there's only 38 fucking people with spines in our government.
You know, there's hundreds of Republicans who are just like, I'm going to vote against this because Trump will fucking primary me. He'll fucking talk bad about me and I'll lose my fucking position. It's just...
That is crazy.
How long, it'll be interesting how, what kind of movies and media, like, reflects on this period of time.
He needs to just die.
Yeah, he does. Because, when he's dead, no one in his family will be able to... No one in his family carries that kind of thunder that he does.
His two fucking sons.
No, they don't.
They don't have to
carry the weight.
They don't have to carry
They don't have the charisma he does.
Mongo.
It's not the charisma. It's the name, bro. I'm telling you.
Yeah, but I think if Trump or if Donald Jr. or Trump Eric were to run,
that mustard.
Like, they wouldn't work as president. They may work in some fucking narrow district, but no. Did you see Giuliani's son is running for fucking mayor in New York?
Oh, my doppelganger?
Yeah, the guy who looks like a fucking oracle, like as
he doesn't fucking look anything like me.
With a suit on.
What's this fucking asshole's name?
I can't remember.
I'm gonna look him up.
He did kind of look like you, man.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Like a chubby
hair slicked back.
Yeah.
How do you spell Giuliani?
Giuliani.
Guiliani.
Okay, look at this guy. Look at this fucker.
Look at this beefcake.
Hold on. Let me bring up the images. Look at this guy. This guy does not look like me.
It's like if you were to take your eyes and nose and mouth and kind of shrink them a little in relation to the rest of your skull.
Oh, totally just deform my entire face? Yeah, then I would look like somebody else.
I'm a rich oracle.
Jesus Christ. Fucking get back on the rock, man.
All right. Okay, moving next to Teddy, Tim Tebow.
Okay, so Tim Tebow is gonna get to play football again.
Oh shit! How long's it been?
Yeah, he's gonna be. It's been 10 years. He's gonna be a tight end for the Jaguars. I don't think he's gonna get cut because I think because Urban Meyer is gonna. I think he's doing him a favor. I just think it's fucked up that I know it's just everybody says it's not what you know, it's who you know. I just think this is it's kind of fucked up that I feel like other people are getting passed up. White privilege. No, I'm just fucking around. Anyway, that's my fuck with you thing. That's
Jesus,
all.
man.
I'm really high.
Jesus got him. Wait, what's this weird haircut? Is that a scar or that's just his way his hair's cut? It's like this line on his scalp.
I think that's the way.
Fucking, it's probably a scar from Jesus. Slapping that dick on his head.
Awesome.
Jesus.
Jesus Murphy. All right.
Murphy.
In all seriousness, go fuck yourself, Jesus' dick. That's our show. We're going to be here every Wednesday or Thursday night at 10 p.m. Central. Make sure you join the conversation at theredeyereport.com or facebook.com/redeyereport. Report. You can twiddle us where we don't care at something at Red Eye Report. Like us, share us, or fuck us. We're down for
so
whatever.
Good at branding.
Right.
I'm Ashtray.
I'm Oracle.
I'm gonna go last.
Fuck you, I'm Teddy.
And I'm Mystic.
This is a Red Eye Report. Crackhead.